My beloved soul, today, I want you to notice something that may have gone unnoticed. You have been in a season of sowing. With the hands of faith, you have cast your prayer seeds into the soil of my heart. You have watered these seeds with your tears of perseverance, and you have looked at the earth day after day with a hope that, at times, mixes with anxiety, wondering when, oh when, the first green shoot will break the surface. You have been so faithful in your watch, so constant in your belief, even when the soil seemed barren and the sky cloudless. And it is precisely because of your faithfulness that I came today, not to ask you to continue sowing, but to announce that the season has changed. What I'm about to show you next could transform your life because your season of sowing is over, and your season of harvest has been officially decreed in the heavens. The answer you were waiting for is no longer a buried seed. It has already sprouted. It is already on its way to the surface. It is, in fact, much closer than you think. What you have been sensing in your spirit is not the weariness of waiting, but the vibration of the earth preparing to give birth to your miracle. You are no longer at the beginning of the process. You are in the final moments on the eve of your showing. Before continuing the message, write this statement of faith in the comments. My harvest is near, and I receive it with joy. By doing this, you are preparing your spiritual barns. You are aligning your heart with my action and declaring your readiness for abundance. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to change your posture. Stop being the worried sower and become the expectant harvester. Your patient faith moved my heart, and my faithful answer is rushing toward you. My precious soul, with a heart that has known the long night of waiting, you might ask, Father, why did it take so long? Why did the seed have to remain under the ground for so long? I want you to grasp my wisdom as a gardener. A seed of a common plant sprouts quickly, but its life is short and its structure fragile. But the seed of a majestic oak, a tree that will withstand storms for centuries and give shade to generations, that seed takes time. Beneath the earth, where your eyes could not see, intense work was happening. The roots of your promise were deepening, spreading, seeking the underground waters of my faithfulness, establishing themselves on the rock of my character. If I had allowed your blessing to sprout prematurely, it would be a fragile plant that the first difficulty would uproot. But I, in my jealous love for you and your inheritance, insisted on a deep, lengthy root work. I was building not for a season, but for eternity. Your waiting was not a time of inactivity. It was the time of your foundation. I was not just preparing your blessing, I was preparing you for it. Your patience was stretched. Your faith was purified. Your character was strengthened. The woman you are today is fit to manage the harvest of an entire forest, not just a small plant. The duration of your preparation is the greatest indication of the magnitude of your destination. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. By doing this, you are declaring that you trust the gardener's methods, even when you did not understand the underground work. It is your act of honoring the process. If this message has touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing on, rejoice in your long wait. It was what guaranteed that your tree will not only grow, but will become a landmark, a place of refuge and fruit for many. My blessed soul, and what will this answer, this harvest that approaches, be like? If you are expecting only what you planted, prepare to be surprised, because I am a God of multiplied harvests. You planted a seed of prayer for healing, and I am bringing you not just health, but a new vitality and a new appreciation for life. You planted a seed of prayer for provision, and I am bringing you not just enough to pay your bills, but a source of abundance and a new mindset of prosperity. You planted a seed of prayer for the restoration of a relationship, and I am bringing you not just reconciliation, but a new depth of love and understanding that did not exist before. My answer is always greater than your request. My harvest is always more abundant than your sowing. Furthermore, my answer will come in a creative way. You have been looking at a single point in the field, waiting for the shoot to appear there. but I can make your harvest sprout in a completely different and unexpected place. Release your hows. My creativity has no limits, and I delight in surprising my children with the originality of my methods. And my answer will come at the perfect time, not a day too soon, not a day too late. Your delay was my timed precision, ensuring that your harvest arrived at the exact moment when the soil was most fertile and the sun most favorable. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now. Thus, you receive more messages of light and inspiration directly to your heart. And before we proceed, let me guide you to something I have prepared to strengthen your faith even more. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day path waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created so I can speak to you more deeply and personally. If you wish to follow this path, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue the message. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you have been waiting for is in this verse, Isaiah 55:9, which says, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." Write in the comments, "I receive this message and I am blessed," and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that God's ways will also surprise them. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. Broaden your expectations. What is coming is not a small plant. It is a botanical garden. My beloved soul, for your harvest to be received in its fullness, your barn needs to be clean, and the barn is your heart. You cannot store the new and sweet harvest of your blessing if your barn is still full of the moldy grain of bitterness and guilt from the past. Unforgiveness is the dirt that can contaminate your new provision. The resentment you harbor for those who perhaps trampled your sowing or mocked your weight is a poison. You cannot celebrate your harvest with a poisoned heart. Forgiveness is your cleaning. It is your decision to sweep out all bitterness, all hurt, not because the others deserve it, but because your blessing deserves a clean place to be stored. It is you saying, "The past offense will not have the power to spoil the celebration of my present." And the most important cleaning is the one you need to do in relation to yourself. You blame yourself for your moments of doubt, for your impatience, for not having been the perfect farmer. My child, there is no such thing. Your humanity, with all its flaws, was what made your dependence on me so real and my grace so necessary. Your mistakes did not spoil the seed. They only made the miracle of your germination even more glorious. Accept my forgiveness, which has already been released, and extend it to yourself. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to forgive. Visualize each one, send them love, and say, "I forgive you and release you. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By doing this, you are opening the doors of your barn. You are preparing the space. You are saying to me, the Lord of the harvest, "I am ready. My heart is clean. You may send the abundance." My precious soul, with your barn clean and your heart expectant, how will you know that your answer is truly on the verge of showing itself? I will begin to give you the signs, like the change in the breeze that announces the arrival of the rain. Pay attention, for they are already around you. The first sign is a preceding peace. A supernatural calm will begin to settle over your spirit, even if your circumstances have not yet changed. The anxiety of waiting will give way to a serene confidence. This is my Spirit, the Comforter, preparing your heart for the joy that is coming. The second sign is an acceleration of synchronicities. Divine coincidences will become more frequent and more obvious. The pieces of the puzzle of your answer will begin to fit together with astonishing speed. The right person, the right information, the right resource, everything will begin to appear in your path as if drawn by a magnet. It is me, the master arranger, finalizing the arrangements for your symphony of victory. The third sign is a renewal of hope. You will feel a new wave of optimism, a new capacity to dream. Your faith, which was tired, will receive an injection of vitality. You will wake up feeling that something good is about to happen. and the final sign will be the retreat of the opposition. The resistance you felt, the doors that seemed stuck will begin to yield. You will feel a new ease, a new flow. It is the enemy of your soul, acknowledging that his defeat is imminent and beginning to retreat. When these signs become clear, do not doubt, celebrate. With every small sign, give me great praise. They are my messengers, running ahead of you to announce that the King, with your harvest in hand, is arriving. My blessed soul, the answer you were waiting for is not only for your satisfaction, it has a kingdom purpose. Your story of sowing in tears and harvesting in joy will become one of my most powerful living sermons. You will become irrefutable proof of my faithfulness. The people who saw your long winter will be the same ones who witness your exuberant spring, and your change will give them the courage to also persevere in their own seasons of drought. Your testimony will not be, "God gave me what I wanted," but God was faithful to his promise in his time and in his way, which was infinitely better. And this message of mature faith is what the world needs to hear. You will become an ambassador of the harvest. Your overflowing barn will not be for your own accumulation, but for distribution. Your abundance will become the provision for the hungry around you. Your restored joy will become the comfort for those who weep. Your healing will become the hope for the sick. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, "Lord, may my harvest feed the hope in many hearts," is a prayer that aligns your blessing with my heart as a father. What the enemy intended to be your story of barrenness and forgetfulness, I am changing into your greatest platform of fruitfulness and influence. Your life will no longer be defined by your waiting, but by your harvest. And your harvest will feed nations. My precious soul, with your answer so near, what should your posture be in these final moments? Not one of anxiety, but of joyful preparation. It is the posture of the host, who, knowing the guest of honor is arriving, hurries to prepare the house for the feast. Your first action of preparation is anticipatory celebration. Start the party now. Fill your house and your heart with praise. Thank me with an extravagant heart, for the harvest you do not yet see with your eyes, but already know is yours by promise. Your praise is your faith in its most audible form, and it accelerates the showing. Your second action is corresponding action. Prepare yourself practically for your new reality. If your answer is financial, start planning how you will be a good manager of abundance. If it is relational, prepare your heart to love and be loved in a new way. Act like the person you will be after your answer. This action of faith is your proof that you truly believe my word. Your third action is confident rest. The hardest part, the sowing and waiting, is over. The result is sealed. Now rest. Trust the Lord of the harvest. Stop replaying the anxiety in your mind. Your peace on the eve of victory is your greatest declaration of trust in me. Celebration, action, and rest. This is your posture. It is not to make the harvest happen, but to prepare yourself to receive it with an open heart and extended arms. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of the announcement and the start of your visible event. The word has been released. The time of your sowing is over. Your time of harvest has arrived. Together, we saw the sacred purpose of your waiting. As the preparation of your soil, we cleansed your barn with forgiveness. You glimpsed the multiplied and surprising nature of your answer. You embraced your calling to be a testimony, and you learned how to carry yourself as the heir awaiting her possession. Now your field, which seemed dry, is verdant. Your sky, which seemed silent, is full of the sound of approaching rain. For my part, I promise you, your harvest will be greater, sweeter, and more satisfying than everything you asked or thought. It will not just satisfy your longings, it will redeem every second of your wait. Your part, my child, is simply to pick up your sickle of gratitude and prepare yourself. It is to refuse to allow doubt at the last minute, to steal your joy. It is to live, from today on, no longer as the one who sows in tears, but as the one who harvests with joy. Leave this meeting of ours and look at your life with new eyes. Your long night of work in the field is over. Your morning of harvest celebration is dawning. The answer you were waiting for is no longer far away. It is here. If this message resonated with you and with your situation, write in the comments, "My harvest has arrived, and I am grateful to the Lord." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the way for others who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to guide you to something I have prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, for spiritual reconnection, for a new purpose, and for prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance.